So this time, again, we're making our cider from the free apples all over Washington State. And we've got an 8-gallon brewing bucket. And this is a quart. It's 1/4 of a gallon. So the question is, this 8-gallon bucket can fill up how many of these quarts? 1/4 gallon's called a quart, right? So play away with it there and see what you think. See if you can figure something out. But the first question I have for you really is, if that's 1/4 of a gallon, how many of these makes 1 whole gallon?
4.
Right. Here's 1 quart. Here's 2 quarts. That's 2 quarters. Here's 3 quarts. That's 3 quarters. And here's 4 quarts. That's 4 quarters. Right?
Right.
So 4 quarters. These 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles, don't they make 1 gallon?
Yes.
Okay. So how many of these bottles do we need then to make 8 gallons? Take your time, write it down. See if you can figure it out. How many quarts to make 8 gallons? Take your time. Okay. So 8-gallon bucket, 1 quart bottle. 4 of these quarts makes 1 gallon. 4 of them makes 1 gallon. Now, how many to fill up 8 gallons? Well, how many for 8 gallons? Well, how about every 4 of them makes 1 gallon. So how about 8 times 4, 32. 32 of these bottles can be filled from the 8-gallon bucket. Let's hit the paper and see how it works out when we do it on paper. So we're on this deal here. How many quarts, 1/4 gallons, can be filled from an 8-gallon bucket of cider, right? So again, we're trying to figure out how many quarts are contained inside 8. How many quarts in 8? That's our question. And again, just for fun, I'm just going to go over the math of this. It's kind of like saying, how many 5s are contained in 15? What's the answer there? How many 5s are contained in 15? 3. Now, how could we get that with division?
Divide 5 into 15.
Right. So is it 5 divided by 15, or is it 15 divided by 5? Well, write it out. Good one. Good question. Write out which one is it, because this one, write down, that's going to be 5 over 15. This one's going to be 15 over 5, right?
Yeah, it's 15 over 5.
Right. Good, but that's good. This is good, because this one gives a third, so it's not that. So it's 15 divided by 5, or 15 over 5 gives us the 3, right? So that's a simple example just to help us figure out what operation. So we go this number divided by this number, don't we? So
Yes.
So over here we should do what divided by what?
8 divided by 1/4.
8 divided by 1/4. Good. Right? Good deal, yep.
So the whole number divided by the fraction.
Right. Yeah, in this case, yeah.
Yes.
And so that's 8 over 1 times what?
4 over 1.
4 over 1. Or 8 times 4, which is?
32.
Yeah, 32. So the real life answer to the real life question, how many quarts can be filled from an 8-gallon bucket, is what? How many?
32 quarts.
Quarts, yeah. 32 quarts, or quart bottles, I should say. So 32 of these guys, and that's a 1 quart bottle. 1 quart. 32 of these fills up the 8-gallon bucket that I can't fit underneath the camera, but that you all saw earlier, right? Good deal.